Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. It's another ranking video. Of course, today I'm ranking all the Premier League number 2s. Sorry there's not been too many videos recently, not been very well, and I'm sort of busy with work, but I'm back today getting one in, so hopefully I'm sort of back to regular form. I am working on some new songs as well, so if you like the sound of that and this video, subscribe. Make sure you get all my latest videos as soon as possible. Hit the bell so you get notifications. Drop a like, comment below with your thoughts on this ranking and future rankings you'd like to see me do. And join my Patreon, where I'm going to do another ranking this week. I'm going to do extra rankings for the patrons. Plus, you can get your name mentioned below every video, and join the Discord group where we chat about football as well. So for a couple of quid a month, you can help. We can get all those rewards and help the channel move forward. So let's get on with this list of ranking Premier League number 2s. Starting with Tottenham, who don't have one. Don't have a number 2. It was Matt Doherty. He's gone to Wolves. Might feature on the list later on. So that's it. Sorry, if you don't have a ranking, you come bottom of my list automatically. So Spurs, only team in the Premier League without a number 2. Into number 19, and we've got, unsurprisingly, Luton's number 2, Gabriel Osho. Bit of a backup player, it looks like. I have to admit, I don't know much about him, but did a bit of research. Lots of loans, bit of a backup player. Don't know if we'll see him much this season, but I'm sure he's a very capable footballer. But for that reason, he is number 19 in my list. Number 18 in my list is Ryan Fredericks at Bournemouth. I remember him at West Ham. I didn't actually realise he'd gone to Bournemouth, but I can see that he only played 12 games last season. Hasn't played this season yet, so clearly a bit of a backup player there. There was quite a lot of hype around him when he first came through at West Ham. I had more to link with Palace, I remember that, but doesn't seem to have kicked on recently. So for that reason, Ryan Fredericks is number 18. Number 17 is Sheffield United's George Baldock, bit of a club legend, has played, well, almost 200 games for the club. And has been a regular, even though he's now 30, in the Premier League and in the Championship. I would say, maybe not the player he was when they came off a couple of years ago, quite a limited player. I would say, sorry George, a bit harsh. But yeah, there are better number 2s on this list. So for that reason, I've got the 17th, although I think Sheffield United fans would take 17th this season, surely. At 16th, I've got Burnley's Dara O'Shea, who was formerly at West Brom, now at Burnley. Very solid, competent player. Maybe a Championship player. I don't know how much we'll see of him this season in Premier League, although he has played for Burnley already this season. So yeah, a good player. Ireland international. Obviously gets him a few points in my ranking, but yeah, again, like Baldock, there's better number 2s in this list. But 16th for Burnley and for O'Shea, I think you take it. At 15 in my list, I've got a new player to the Premier League, Nottingham Forest, Julien Biacone, a former French under-19 international right back. And I can see he's played a few times this season already, formerly of Monaco. So clearly quite a good player. Don't know too much about him, but yeah, Forest fans, let me know. Are you excited by this guy? I don't know what that means for Neco Williams. Is he still with you, or was he on loan from Liverpool? I can't remember. But yeah, this guy looks exciting. So I've got him 15th in my list. At 14th, he's already been mentioned. It's Matt Doherty. He's back at Wolves and has got the number 2 shirt there. I think we can all agree Wolves might struggle this season. Hasn't been a brilliant start for them so far either. But Doherty's a very good player. Obviously, Ireland international. Was at Spurs, didn't quite work out. Back home at Wolves, I'd like to see him kick on and be the player that he was a couple of years ago at Wolves. So yeah, I think he'll be one of the players that we're looking to sort of get them out of the bottom of the league this season. So yeah, Matt Doherty is 14th on my list. 13th is a very good player at Brentford. It's Aaron Hickey, who has done a very good job there, much like many Brentford players. Zero profile when he joined the club, but has been proven to be a very astute signing and has fitted in very well at Brentford. Dangerous sort of right back, can overlap, like him a lot. So yeah, Aaron Hickey, 13th on my list. At 12th, it's Everton's number 2, Nathan Patterson. Another, like Hickey, I would say, another player that goes under the radar, does his business. Well, I guess it is the number 2s. And gets on with things with sort of minimal fuss. Not the best number 2 in the world, but can be relied on at Premier League level to do a job. So yeah, Nathan Patterson, number 12th on my list. At 11, it's a versatile fullback. It's West Ham's Ben Johnson, who obviously shares the name of the famous Canadian sprinter. But yeah, Ben Johnson seems to be sort of in and out of the squad, maybe more of a backup, but there was a run last season or season before last where he really did sort of nail down the left back position, I think it was. West Ham fans, let me know what you think about Ben Johnson. I think he's a really, really solid Premier League fullback who can do a job anywhere, which is priceless really when you're a team like West Ham in the middle of the table. So yeah, Ben Johnson, 11th in my list. 10th in my list is another player who can be versatile, but is a bit of a club legend at Palace. It's the one and only Joel Ward. He's been there 11 years now, very much due a testimonial, continues to impress, keeps, every year you think he's going to get sidelined, but keeps playing and is still currently number 1 Right back at Palace, mainly because they haven't signed any of the right backs, but he keeps doing well and impressing. So won't be around forever. Can also fill in at centre back and left back, but really prefers playing right back. Number 10 in my list is Joel Ward. And just above him in the list is Brighton's, so Brighton fans will enjoy that, Tariq Lamptey, who feels like he's tailed off a little bit. I think he had a bad injury, but a couple of years ago was the man at Brighton and a very pacey fullback. Some of those overlapping runs were fantastic. But it would be good to see him get back to that kind of form. I know everyone rates him very highly at Brighton, and there was a lot of hype around his future. So yeah, Tariq Lamptey, number 9 in my list. At 8 in the list, it is a player who also seems to have faded away a little bit from his club. It's Victor Lindelof at Man United. I think he's a very, very good player, but doesn't seem to be first choice anymore. Man United fans, let me know what you think. Are you a fan of Lindelof? Seems to very much be squad player these days, but I feel like he's never quite let United down. Had that partnership with Maguire, which maybe has unfairly tarnished Lindelof in the eyes of Ten Hag. But there you go. Victor Lindelof is number 8 in my list. At 7th in my list, it's Chelsea's new number 2, Axel Disasi, who obviously had a great start to his Chelsea career by scoring a goal against Liverpool in the opening game of the season. Signed from Monaco, French international, looks very good indeed as this new look Chelsea and this Poch revolution takes part. Maybe a bit high on my list considering he doesn't have that much Premier League experience, but it's clearly of a high pedigree. Chelsea fans, let me know below, do you like him? Is he going to be a legendary number 2? Because he's currently 7th in my list. Number 6 in my list is perhaps surprising to some people. It's Fulham's Kenny Tete, who I think is an absolutely fantastic right back and was very good last season, pitching in with assists. And I don't know if maybe I've got him a little bit too high. I don't know if he's maybe quite not the same player this season, but let me know, Fulham fans. I think he's fantastic, and I think he, whatever happens this season with Fulham, possibly might go on to bigger and better things. But have I got it wrong? Did he actually have sort of flash in the pan last season? Let me know. But controversially, I've got Kenny Tete 6th in my list. Number 5 in my list is Liverpool's Joe Gomez, another versatile player who can play centre-back or right-back as well. And again, a couple of years ago was hot stuff, big time. I feel like I've not seen a lot from him recently. I think he might have had an injury, but he's still quite young. At one point was the future of Liverpool and the future of England. It'd be nice to see him get back to that. So yeah, Joe Gomez 5th in my list. Liverpool fans, let me know below what you think of that. Number 4 in my list is a staple Premier League player, very, very good player, Polish international. It's Matty Cash at Aston Villa, definitely one of Aston Villa's best players. Again, a couple of years ago was a brilliant FPL asset and was popping up with goals and assists. Haven't quite seen the same of him recently, but we know there's quality in there. It's going to be a big season for Villa with European football, so they'll need the best out of Matty Cash, who's 4th in my list. 3rd is a player who I think might be top of this if I do it again next season. It's William Saliba at Arsenal. Had a great season last year, and I think is going to be very much centre to all good things that Arsenal do this season again. Very, very good player indeed, and still quite young, so lots in the tank for him. Great player, William Saliba, number 3. At number 2 in my list, it's, well, you probably worked out now who's left. It's a very experienced Premier League player, Champions League winner, England international. It's Kyle Walker at Man City. Probably would have been number 1 if it wasn't for who's number 1 on the list. The great player, Kyle Walker, loads of experience, and one of the reasons that City have done so well recently. Kyle Walker, number 2. Which leaves Kieran Trippier, number 1. Probably the best right back in the league. Been brilliant for Newcastle, one of the reasons they've done so well, and they're starting again well this season. So, yeah, captain of Newcastle, England stalwart, can play left back, but obviously better at right back, I would say. Kieran Trippier obviously went to Spain, did well there, come back, still leading the line. He's number 1 in my list of number 2s. There you go. To enjoy that list, let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below. Like it, share it, subscribe if you're new here for lots more videos like this. Join my Patreon to support the channel going forward and get more ranking videos than the public do, and get your name mentioned below in the show notes as well. I'll be back tomorrow, hopefully, with another ranking video and another song coming very soon. So yeah, hope you're all well. See you again soon.